ahead, go ahead. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Bro, now you cap. I literally saw it and it didn't do that, bro. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, because then if I do clear that character weight, then If not, player experience loaded then. Yeah, I fuck with this one heavy.
I'm back.
All right, what's good?
That's good. I can never have a girlfriend. I swear. Never. Never. Never.
What's up? Welcome to the stream. If you don't mind dropping a like, that'll be very much appreciated.
Recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually serious. I am this close to making a One Piece game.
You should read the book.
I got it. I read it. But first, I wanna actually make sure like I'm serious before I start. I wanna actually like get my ideas, like at least get like a base idea. I don't want to be the type that gets the ideas, puts the ideas down, and goes nowhere with it. Cause I want to make sure I'm like serious about it. Bro got hacked. Bro got hacked. Like, can't believe this.
Oh yeah, we were doing the change testing. I don't even know if I finished this.
This is so ironic too. This is so ironic.
Okay.
Bro said this bozo done got hacked. And then the next message was him getting hacked. We're counting. Look how this goes.
11.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Wait, hold on. This bozo done got hacked. Yes, sir. Oh no!
Mine was a nitro
nah.
hack. He got. What is this?
Crazy.
Beautiful girl here, join quick.
Oh no!
The irony is so crazy, bro. The irony.
That's actually insane.
Oh, fine, bro. I'm fine, dog.
I mean, you still need to remove it. Oh, you just said it. Okay, so this is absolutely useless. What?
I swear, man.
Come on, bruh. How? Oh, that key with the capital. What? Yeah, what's good, what's good, what's good? If you don't mind dropping a like, it'd be very much appreciated.
Oh wait, I hope. Oh wait, you can't hear yourself on my speaker. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. If you can remove an elements index equals now. Huh.
Just know that when background gets too crazy, I'll mute. All right.
Yeah.
We still doing
what on earth, bruh?
We still doing the sussy stream, right?
Yeah.
That sounded very insane.
Amongst us.
Amongst us. Sus.
Amongst us.
Sus.
Bro, I don't know why Randy says it like that. Sus. That's what says it like that.
Sus. Are you streaming off of Streamlabs?
I could just do it without removing now, right?
So do you like Streamlabs better than
Yeah, it's
OBS?
easier. It's easier.
And you can record while streaming at the same time. Well, I think that lags. That's how people be getting their YouTube clips, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. This might. You can literally like just.
I low-key picture right now. If I do make a One Piece game, you know, like how the close community Naruto games, they have like lores and stuff. Like they'll have lore for that Naruto game.
Yeah.
And then, just like what I think his name was Yikes, or Joy Boy, yeah, Joy Boy. He said he was gonna like at first have them be NPCs and then fill it in with players. I'll do that. I'll have them get killed off or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like that, so that way it's like interactive. I want my game to be very interactive. I want it to be like this simple, but it has like a lot of stuff to do type shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be R6. Or R5, R6, I'm stupid.
The numbers is from the years. R6 is.
Yeah, R6 is 2006. R15 is 2015.
It's an item, right? Yeah, it's not gonna show here because yeah, it's not gonna show there. So then the max force. It's like that, I guess.
Why is that calling me?
Yo, imagine spelling.
You follow?
Yeah, I probably spelled this completely wrong. I know there's an S somewhere.
You better not be calling me about that money, bro.
Holy shit. Oh no, I was right. Congrats me.
Alright.
Chill. Yeah, but you can't use that. You called it. Unless you don't. Do you even set it to false, bro? Self.debounce. Yeah, you don't set it to false. Oh, you don't even change it. Oh my gosh. I think you can't add another one. I feel like you shouldn't add a debounce to adding the stack because it would have its own debounce, so this is not necessary. But when it comes to actually changing it, you should have a debounce. It's self check in, and then this does not matter at all. It's not even the reason why it's doing that. Alright, so that's velocity. Check deleted. Add velocity change self debounce. And we are already switching the velocity return. And this is debouncing. Stop it. Alright. No, that was easy. Nice priority. X. Bro, I'm literally freaking C+. Okay, cool. My Discord is just torquing it up. There we go. That's already I already see a problem with this one. And the problem is, like, you have a debounce for that. I mean, you could just not have a debounce. But then, like, maybe I think it's better to just not. Let's try it without one. Because I can already see a problem with the debounce. You have a debounce and then, like, it removes and then it's supposed to check again. And yeah, that can cause an issue. Let's just take out the debounce and see what happens. Highest priority. I just take yeah, but like at the same time though, it's important because like something can just alright, there are velocities here setting. What is the highest precedence? Okay. Find the highest priority. So it should have highest priority. So it's a stack, right? So it goes to the highest one. So local priority, local priority, priority, and the priority. sense. I have velocity. I'm just gonna have element here. Can I spell final element? Like, god damn. This should be that. So I think you should get the key and a priority. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can just set it. Oh, damn, I have to make sure I get the key too. If key equals... This should be a constant, I'm being honest. This is D. This element was just so we skip it. So we skip. I gotta make it readable. This should be like probably at the top. Makes more sense. And then we can just continue. This element. Remove this. Checking, comparing elements. Making sure the element was not just removed. Evaluation. Alright, so at the end of all this, comparison. That does not look right. Yep. Set changing, updating the item. Self.item.max force equals final. So final element should be outside of this. Final element. Okay, so final element. Element dot max force self.item dot velocity equals velocity. Pretty good. And yeah, setting it. Okay, so we already have an issue. Velocity is not a valid member of. Oh, vector velocity. Item dot velocity. Vector velocity. Alright, these should be vector 3. Right? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so if I just we gotta like use this bad boy. Yeah, so now cause like now we're straight. Alright, so we gotta get out of this. We gotta get out of this spawn, bro. Alright, so let's spawn here. Alright. See, only one velocity is doing all of this. And the thing about the dash, I don't know how long it's supposed to last. Let's try 0.25 seconds, half of that, because that would last pretty long. Not gonna lie to you. Let's look at this. So let's do task displaying when the velocity should. It's really good because if I were to have like a dashing and let's say somebody hits somebody while they're dashing, it would literally change their velocity instantaneously instead of them getting knocked back but knocked back forward. Velocity should move task dot delay action, and it should be 0.25. It should be somewhere like really close, and then print. We should remove this. Okay. Let's test it out. All these other stuff. What? Oh, that's not it. You gotta make sure it's when we press Q. Alright. I mean, that's the thing about velocities in general, because the velocities, it's like half a second. Okay, that was exactly the same time. And then server side lags, I was gonna play a hand in that. So if the server's lagging, then I can't really do much, because that means it's just old. That was a bit late. It should be like the same time. Like, boop. The first time was, yeah, that was good. Let's try something now. And the reason why it's probably like that. This might just like lag it up, bro. I hope don't. I'm just seeing like he's going to do the thing. Isn't it on clock 30? This guy's crazy though. as long as I have like on access. Permissions. Alright. So it works. Alright, okay, so that works. Now what we can do is we can start to compare sizes. So right now this is a velocity that this is not going to be a dash. The dash should only be like, I mean, I don't know how much the dash is in one, but let's see, from place to place, right? I don't even know what the dash animation even is. Okay, so this 4 stars. It should probably dash like 4, 8, 16, 20. That does not make it 4, 8. This is 16, so 16. So maybe like 20, right? Alright. Let's see if you can just do that. Should be somewhere similar. So it's dash from here to there. Start green and stop. Wait, no, stop red. Cool. And this is gonna be that path. I don't like that. So it's just oh my gosh. Alright, make sure these are anchored. Alt A. Alt A for anchored. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's where it should do that. Let's start by giving the character let's start by making the character normal, so 1 1 for the size, head percentage and all that stuff, resize accessories, resize character. We're gonna make that 1 1. Alright, so and the spawn point should be right here. Okay. Alright. So off rip, if we dash, you can see it's way more than the goal. We're gonna go to the dash, and we're gonna make that a bit. Of course, let's do it times 50. The max force can remain 10. See, it's something like that, like here, close. All right, if the max force is 50, and a dash that much, you can delete it in 1/5 of a second. Wait, that's not even the right number, is it? Alright, okay. So that means if you bring it back to 70, it should stop around there. I think it was at 80 at first. Alright, 70. Okay, close. I want it to be a total of, yes, I want it to be a total of all that stud. So let's try 0.2 flat. That might be too much. Yeah, that's way too much because we went past the mark. Okay, so I mean the best way to know it is just by making this can collide off. Alright, and then just going down numbers, I guess. 16 might be better. 50 was up, 60. So start. We just went off the grid. I think 50, but then it'll be 0.2 for 50. This might be a bit too short. Okay, no, it was like slightly ahead. If it goes to the next 4, Okay, so it might be inconsistent. Maybe because I'm colliding with the actual start part. Drop it to 40. Yeah, let's try 40. Let's try 40. 45. Let's try 45. Okay. 40, 45. It's 45, right? I didn't even press the key. Now let's actually stand out from it because it sometimes can get confusing if it's because I'm touching that part. Okay. Okay, so 40 gets us to the. Oh, okay. Is that just is it like inconsistent? Because let me see. Okay, so we stop at 16 studs because 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's 4 per block, 4, 8, 16. Let's try one more time. I don't know if it's just inconsistent. Yeah, that is inconsistent. That is inconsistent. Let's try again. Let's try one more time. Okay, so we stop at the. Okay, let's just see if we just stop at the 4th block or the 5th block. Makes things easier. Okay, so we start at the 1st block. What? How is that working like that? Maybe it's because it doesn't delete. Okay, I think I understand why. Okay, so it's probably just deleting at a later time because in the velocity stack it checks every 15 frames before it deletes it. I'm using the aligned. What is it even called? Let me see what it's called. I forget the name. No. Yeah, linear. I'm using linear velocity. It's called. The name is called body velocity, but it's a linear velocity object. I think the reason why is because of how it deletes it. So the best way would just be to. Yeah, I understand why it's doing that. Okay. Because we delete it, the way that we delete the velocity is that we do it every 15 frames. What's good, Melvin? So do every 15 frames. See if I can find that. Michael, I don't think Michael's here. Setup velocity change. See on the setup. We loop this in the safeguard connection. This connection every 15 frames.
I'm about to lay down.
So removal is 15. Every 15 frames, we check to see if we need to delete something. So let's try to just do it like let's see 1. So it's gonna delete every frame, every single frame. But the thing is, I don't know if that would cause like performance. Okay, so see now it's doing it like way more frequently. So now the velocity is even shorter because now it's doing it like exactly when it's supposed to. Yes, okay, let's see. Try one time. Let me try jumping because sometimes the friction might play. Okay, so if I jump and then I press the edge, I think jump is the more reliable one. So jump, because then there's no like, I don't know if friction is part of it, but then there's no like, nothing stopping us from seeing how far it actually goes. Okay, so it goes to the, what is it? The 4th block. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it up a bit. So Dripknot said 40 for the velocity. Let's try bringing it up to Dripknot. He said 45, right? Let's try bringing it back up to 50 and see. Sorry, let's try 55. Our goal is to try to get to the 5th block before we start doing it, because what we're trying to do, the goal for this stream is to try to get the velocities to be equivalent, no matter how big the character is. I want to add character R6 scaling, but I want them to have equal like dashes, because sometimes if you use a body velocity with bigger characters, it does like it goes either too little or too much. Okay, so yeah, that's good. So 50 was great. 50 was really good right there because we start at the first block, so like I like 1 stud jump, and then we stop. Yeah, we stop like basically like around the end, so that's good. Let me try it 3 more times just for verification. Let's try. So hold on. I'm gonna jump. That's 1. Okay, that's 1. Good. That's 2. 3. Let me try 2 more times just to make sure, because sometimes it can be inconsistent. 4. And then 5. So the reason why it wasn't working the first time is because we were checking every 15 frames, and sometimes we might click it like a bit earlier, so we like have a little delay time or like no delay time. So but now we have to check to make sure that checking every single frame doesn't lag the player, because I'm pretty sure this does in the client, right? This does in client. So we have to make sure this doesn't lag the player, even though I've been doing it in server. Alright, so to do that, I think we have to open micro. I forgot what it was called. It was like micro something. Let me go look on deforms. Deforms. Not micro. Lag checker thing. Micro profiler. That's what it is. Yep. Alright, let's check the micro profiler thing. I forgot how the hotkey for that. Somebody look on.
Micro profile.
Yeah, micro profiler. It's used to like monitor performance. Is this not Google? Like, I'm confused. Oh, am I just like dumb? What are you on right now? That's not the right one. Chrome.exe, right? There should be 2 Chrome.exes. I only see 1 Chrome.exe. Alright, you know what? To make life easier, we're just gonna bring it to the same Chrome. Alright, there you go. And then done. Let's switch it. Yeah, what's up? Alright, so hello, I'm making a game, and I joined, and noticed that it was unusually laggy. The memory was not going up. It stayed at 1K from the start to the end. However, when checking the micro profiler, I see that something called perform seems to be taking 25 milliseconds. That's long, bro, to render, which spikes up when I look a certain direction. What does this mean, and what can be causing this? Aussie Pickle, that's I forgot what game you made. Have you seen streams? Yeah, welcome back, man. I think we streamed yesterday, but we weren't really doing anything important. In terms of like scripting or anything. Alright, Aussie Pig, according to microprofiler, game running press allows follows a perform and present logic. Okay, and perform. Okay, it's just looks like it's computer emitting and emitter estimated boundings are taking a majority of the time. Okay, so it sounds like addressing lighting part. Oh, lighting. Yeah, that's probably his lighting. Particle emitter issues. Okay, in your game. Might be a good start. Do you have a lot of those in one space? Maybe look around and try to determine the general direction. Yeah, it's probably particles in one area. But how do I open the micro profiler? That spell is wrong or something? What's going on? Let me just keep scrolling then. Let me just use straight up Google. I'm trying to see if I can balance velocities for different R6 like rigs, like sizes. Microprofile, using microprofile. Damn, I don't want to do all that. Okay. This is, what is this? Am I like not logged into the? Why is it on? And I don't even see the pictures. What is this? There we go. Because that was annoying. Alright, so it's Control P. Control P is for micro profiler. Control P. That is not. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Can I just do it from here? Okay, cool. What? Oh, is it Alt P or something? Or am I just dumb? That is not. Okay, this is not going, bro. Let me go back. I literally forgot the key to this. Yeah, Control P. So what am I doing wrong? I can provide content. That's useful. To see useful data, you need to pause the micro profiler. Press Control P to pause. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And you're just like giving me this thing. Okay. Yeah, this is not. It's not like. That's weird. Let's go back again then, I guess. Oh, that's studio. Okay. Start microphone is visible by default. Somebody's keystroke you can summon it at any time, but the most useful when an experience is running. So click play to go to experience. Control Alt F6. You can see the render time for each individual frame represented at the top of the individual. The higher orange bar the longer a particular frame takes to render. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing. But it's not letting me pause it. It just keeps opening some like quick. What is this? I didn't ask for a quick open. Is it like a plugin or something? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. So it's Control Alt F6. Right, let's try that. Control Alt and then F6 to open and close, and then Control P. All right, so that worked. These are the different tasks, right? Okay, let's actually like. So we're gonna spam the hell out of the dash because there's no debounce, I think, and then we're gonna see if it like lags. Let's see if it just lags normally. I'm spamming the dash because it's checking every single frame, right? Okay. Right, so we're spamming dash. Okay, now Control P. If anything is more than like 10 milliseconds to run, then that's a problem. Okay, so 1 millisecond. These are the render jobs, right? Heartbeat. Heartbeat. Call count 4. Heartbeat. Did I give it a name? I think I gave it a name. Does it tell you the script though? Okay, so it tells you the script run servers. The script is. Did I name it? I think I did name it, right? That's not it. Service heartbeat. Call count is 4. I can't find it. I don't know if I'm looking for the right thing. Looking at the right thing. I mean, when I was pressing it, it didn't seem to like stutter or anything. So I'm assuming that it should be fine because in the heartbeat, like in the loop, right, all we're doing is that we're doing this every single frame, right? But all it's doing is that it's just checking to see if, so it's looping through a table. It's looping through a table first of all, and then checking to see if the key, one of the elements in the table is has the string removed, and then it just basically, okay, so it loops through tables twice, and then there's a repeat loop that basically makes sure anything that has removed gets removed. So the only two heavy things are this function and this one, but this one might, like if I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be that deep. Yeah, I think it should be fine. I think checking every frame should not be a problem. Yep. Okay. All right. So with that done, let's check one more time. So we should start here and then end. Yeah, that's good. So that's the exact distance we want for the dash. Now we can go back to the Control Alt F6. You can go back to the R6 scaling. Let's make 2 things for that. Let's have one is gonna be the normal R6 character, and another one's gonna be like a bigger R6 character. So for that, we kind of already have that down in character handler. So for this, we would have to require this module and then resize the character. Ooh, yeah. So okay, so doing character add is gonna just do both. I think resize. So we can also just do let's add another function character function. Where can I type? Dot update size, and then we're gonna do play. No, we just need the character really, and then we're gonna do resize character, and then we need another thing. Let's actually just call it info. We're gonna have local character. And then local percentage equals info. Local head percentage equals info. Alright, and then we just pass all of that here. So it goes, oh, that's not good. This is why you don't have magic numbers, bro. Like, I don't know which one is which. Resize, yeah, percentage. Okay, head percentage, and then character. So let's take this out because this is not good. This is literally the reason why you don't have that. So we have default values, right? No, we don't. Let's add some default. Local default percentage is 1. You can even just call them sizes if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think nah, it's fine. A local default. So local default percentage equals 1. Local default head percentage. Local equals 1. So we know that the function takes percentage then head percentage. So we can do percentage and then head percentage. Head percentage. Okay, cool. So now that means it would be percentage, head percentage, and then character. Alright, so that's that, and then that's gonna do the exact same thing that the other one did. So now we can add I'm not doing all that. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of buttons. It's gonna be to increase your size. Let's make this a purple button. And, you know, let's just bring one of the morphs down just cause. Let's bring both of them down, doesn't even matter. I don't right here. I didn't act okay. Let's just keep these guys. Control C, Control Z, Control V. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna go inside, add a click detector. I'm gonna add a server script. That is not a server script. Alright, make sure you always name these things. Resize script. Resize block. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, so local cd, local resize block. Make sure you also add size block and then click. These. I gotta stop doing that. So local click detector resize block. Click detector and then function on click. Then inside you can do is that in any containers. So we have character handler local module equals server script servers dot character handler. Nope, character handler. Character handler. And then character handler model. Make sure the H is capitalized. Gotta keep it camel case for module scripts. And then resize block. And then we're gonna have on click when we click the detector. That's gonna be player, right? What's good? Welcome to the stream. If you guys don't mind leaving a like, that'll be very much appreciated. Character equals player dot character. I can't even see my thing. Someone texted me on. Alright. Sign that. Hello. Our character. Alright, so we have that, and I'm gonna do if not character, then we remove it. So if not character, then we're gonna do no, we don't remove anything, we just do I always like having this just in case. I think I think it should take precedence because they're constants. Service is not gonna change either, so I'm gonna put it on the service. Resize. This is probably not necessary, but I'm trying to build a good habit, so I'm gonna just keep always adding the little things for debugging. Script. Alright. I'm gonna do the character was not loaded. We're supposed to get the humanoid. Local humanoid equals character find first child humanoid, right? Make sure that's in the string. So this is that. It's in sanity checks. If not this, then we warn error code. Humanoid isn't there. Oh, we return as well. Return here as well. And then we're gonna do Now we should always space them out. This is like, I'm just leave it like that, bro. You just put them in here, making sure the humanoid exists. And here we can do making sure the character exists, right? And then if humanoid dot health is less than health is less than or equal to 0, then making sure we are even alive. Warn error code we are dead. And then we return, right? Okay, so those are the sanity checks. Then we're gonna just call the resize. So our goal resize is local goal %. I probably did not spell that right. That 1.5, and then local goal head % equals. I like big character, small head. You know, I don't know, it's just a vibe. All right, and then I'm gonna do resizing, right? Did I spelled that right? Yes, I think. Hello, I am far from a pro. I'm like the worst. I'm the worst, man. There's a gun Independence Day party for next Friday. Nah, hell nah. Time for that, boy. All right. Anyway, what is that? It's gonna do the character handler dot, and then we're gonna do update size. So we pass the character, and we're gonna pass the goal %. And then well, I think it's %. No, it's wait, well, how does this take it? So, oh, so it's in the info. Okay, so we put this in here. Okay. How long have I been scripting for? If I want to count like this serious, I started scripting, but like it was just like a bunch of like basic stuff, and like I wasn't really doing anything with it. But if I want to actually count how long I've been scripting seriously for, it's probably like 2 years. So I started in 2017, but like I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, it was like free model land, really. So if I'm talking like actual like taking time to learn, it took me like, so far it's been 2 years. Like I'll be like, I would say 2 years on and off though, because school was also like there, so I didn't really put that much time. So character, this character, and then we're gonna do size there. Head percentage. Oh, so it's percentage, head percentage, right? So percentage equals percentage, goal %, and then I'm gonna have to. Oh, is that it? That might be it. So it tells you what the indexes are. So it tells you the dictionary indexes. Alright, and then goal head %, right? And then it should size it. So let's have like a key so it doesn't do it twice, or if you just make a debounce. I think the debounce is the best. Debounce is basically make it so that things don't happen more than once. If you don't like, because sometimes it can just do things more than once. Local debounce, local debounce, right? And then we're gonna do this can be part of the sanity checks. If debounce, then the reason why I put parentheses over the conditionals is it's just like it's a C++ thing that I just do it just so I can keep the syntax somewhat similar between Roblox and what I'm learning in school. Warn error code. We are on cooldown. And then we can return exiting out the function. Same for this one, exiting out the function. Make sure you got a space there. Exiting out the function and exiting out the function. Cool. Alright. That explains why you use semicolons. Yeah. It's all just C+ habits. Like I started C+ for one of my classes, so I'm trying to just keep everything as similar as possible, so I don't mix up the two languages too much. I guess we can basically we need debounce too. So debouncing, debounce was true, and then debouncing again. Yeah, debounce equals false. Alright, so now we gotta connect the event to the function. So I'm gonna do click detector, dot mouse click connect. We're going to connect on click. The mouse click event basically sends the player as an argument, but since you're connecting the function directly, it's going to send the argument to the actual function. So it will just catch the player argument or parameter. Parameter is the one that you. I'm not gonna get into that before I confuse myself, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's check to see if this even works. Okay, so I click this bad boy. Okay, so okay, then we made the head we made the head way too small. Okay, so it worked, but the head is too small. Alright, let's change. This is why it's good to have constants. You can just change it up here. So the go ahead percentage, just make that 1.1. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. If you guys don't mind dropping a like, that'll be very much appreciated. Alright, so let's go. Let's try it again. Okay, this is a bit better. I just don't like how it's floating. I mean, that can be like a style though. The floating head could be a style, but I'm not sure. Why you got Disney music playing? This is One Piece OST music. But I can see how you think it's Disney though. Alright, so you can see that before when we dashed, it got all the way up to the green part, but now that we're a bigger character, it might not get all the way there. Oh, okay, so we got farther, which doesn't make any sense to me, huh? How did it get farther than that? It shouldn't have it should have more mass. Okay, let's try making it a bigger character. Let's try just bringing everything up by 1. So now we're gonna be like kind of big. Okay, so now we're pretty big, right? And then we're using. Oh, so I think the thing is that the max force might be high enough to. Okay, if that's the case, then that's not a problem. That's a good thing then, right? Oh, that's a great thing then. If the max force being I think is 1 to the power of. No, it's 10 to the power of what? 10? What are you using for dashes? I'm using a linear velocity for dashes, and I have like a stack model that keeps track of. Instead of me adding the velocities, it just has one velocity in the character, and then it just changes it based on like requests, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think it might be somewhat consistent. The things are like, if I was small, right? The thing I don't like about it is if I was small, it would make me go way too far. Okay, so look, you see how the regular character, right? The regular character kind of starts at the start. Wait, that just makes no sense. I think it'll start over here because this is green, right? So it starts at the start position, right? And it ends basically at the red. Same for the big character. It does something similar. Like it starts at the green, and then somewhat ends at the red. Even though it's like probably I think like what 2 or 3 studs off. That's kind of. I think that would be negligible. It's not that serious. But if I was small, it would like send me across the map, bro. Look. Let's actually make the sizes small. Let's make our character half its size, right? And watch how like it goes like way far. So now we're gonna be like tiny. Oh my goodness. What's going on? What's going on? Let's try again. Let's try doing 0.5. There might be a problem with the. The resize. Yeah, we can't move it at all. So something might be anchored. Either something's anchored or it's something to do with let's check. Are you gonna make an animation for the dash? Yeah. I mean, the main goal is just to check how far it goes, but I can do an animation too if you guys want to see how to do that. Yeah, so we're stuck. Let's see if anything is anchored. Yeah, that's something. I think it might be the humanoid root part. Humanoid. Well, I don't remember ever anchoring it though. That's the thing. It might be a problem with the. It might be a problem with the motors. The motors. Because if let's say I anchor it like manually, right, and I unanchor it, see, I'm still stuck. So there's nothing anchored. It's just like a. It might be a weld thing. Something's welded to something. I don't know. Let's actually search up all the welds in here. So for us, these are the welds, right? If I remove all of these welds, our hatch is just gonna fall off, but we're still stuck. Okay, let's try making it a size that's not too small. Maybe I know it probably has to do with something in here. The actual resize script. Let's try spawning ourselves as that size and see what happens. So if we go to the player join, yeah, I did scale it anymore. That might be the problem. Maybe it's because I scaled it. Wait, actually, hold on. Did I? Cause it was, okay, so okay, so we see that it's, we can just look at the size property right here. Let's see. Yeah, so it is scaled, but for some reason we're stuck. Maybe it might, let's try keeping the head as the same thing. I mean, it is the same thing, right? It's only like one off. If this is where I can just start by spawning us as that size and see if we're still stuck. So anything below, it looks like anything below 0.7 might be the problem, unless it's just anything below 1 in general. Because I want to also add small characters to my game too. Uh-oh. What is that? Okay, so we can still dash, but like, what is going on? Let's try spawning ourselves as small, but I think it might have the same effect though. If you go to character handler and make the default sizes 0.7 and 0.7. Let's try see what happens. So we spawned. Yeah, so we can't move at all. Oh my. Yeah, we just can't, hold on. Let's try again. So now we're spawning as 70% of the regular size. Yeah, what on earth? Yeah, there's something going on. Let's try resetting. Yeah, I don't think anything's anchored because like I can move, right? But like, okay, yeah, if I jump, it's done. Okay, so check humanoid hip height. Yeah, that might be it. Is that like part of the character or? You know, yeah, so 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, right? So you said humanoid hip height. Do you know where that is? Is that like is that a motor? It's an attribute. Oh, it's in the humanoid. Yeah, an attribute of the humanoid. Okay. Hip height. Oh, it's 0. Is it supposed to be 0? What is it at? What is the humanoid hip height at when you're like the regular size? Or maybe it needs to be no, because that would make no sense. Hold on, let me see. Let's put this at 1. Let's see. Let's compare. So it was at 0 just now. Let's see what it is right here. 0 is regular. Okay. 0 is regular. So maybe it might. Because I don't think it wouldn't make sense to have a negative hip height, right? Alright, that doesn't. Okay, let's try reducing, right? Okay, I mean nothing changed. Like walk speed is still 16 because we didn't change the walk speed. So let's try changing the hip height then. Let's try making it like I mean, it wouldn't make. If we're small, wouldn't it make sense to make it a smaller number? But let's try a negative number. I don't think it was gonna work, but let's try 0. Let's try 1. Okay, so that just gives us. It just makes us taller, so it's like the actual height. Okay. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's the issue. Max automatic scaling. No. My walk speed. I mean, I've done this before and it worked. I don't know what the issue is here. Do I have any like? I feel like we might have extra like unneeded welds or something, or unneeded like constraints. Oh, is it this? I think it's this. Okay, so the problem is that when we spawn, I added a body velocity to our character. That's what makes the dash function. So I think that's the reason. But like, let's figure out why it's causing that. So if I look at the linear velocity, right? So right now, the linear velocity. Okay, that's the reason. So it should start at 0 for the max force. That's why we couldn't. Yeah, that's why we couldn't. Okay, so why is it not at 0? Okay, let's try to. Yeah, because if you disable it, we can move. But why can't I have the force? That's actually really weird. Let's try. Because I didn't put any like checks for that, so it shouldn't change back. I mean, yeah, because it changes the client, right? Yeah, so I don't think you can go below 0. Let's read about that because I don't know why it's stuck at 1,000. I mean, we can just disable it. We can just do a thing where it's just disabled, enable it equals false, right? And then inside of the actual stack when we're doing the checks, right? If there's nothing there, it can just make it 0. So it can just make it disabled. For check deleted, right? We can do on velocity change, QL removed. Alright, so seeing how many elements, constraints, debouncing. Remove. Oh no, this should be for the actual changed thing, not the setup. Is it like Alt F? Okay. Okay, Alt F for the function search. Alright, so if this self.stack equals 0, so that means this means that there's nothing in the stack so far setting velocity to default. That means we should also disable it. So self.item enabled false. Else it should enable it, right? But then that might bring delay. I don't think it should, but it might still do that. Enable the velocity. Self.item.enable equals true. I keep doing the semi. Yo, I didn't even notice I was doing the semicolons, bro. Yo, I mean, it doesn't even matter because it allows it. So I did not notice that. I thought I was only doing that for the dictionaries, like the tables. Okay. I don't even think you do that with tables in C++. Okay. So you can see that if we're small, we can actually move now. See, like I was saying earlier, if I dash as a small character, I'm gonna go like way past the endpoint. Look. Okay, that's not too far. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, it's like what? That's 3 studs. 1, 2, 3. It's like 3. That's 4 studs. That's 4 studs past the endpoint. I mean, that's not that bad, but I feel like the smallest I'll go in a game would be 70% of the original size. I don't think I'm gonna go like. I would not go 0.5. Why you jump? Oh, because I jump so I can get the accurate distance, because like sometimes being on the ground while dashing would like bring it to a lower, yeah, see, because that's not really giving me the accurate like distance I would go, because that also, like, staying on the ground includes I want to say friction, but I'm not completely sure, but I know that it doesn't give you the accurate thing, because like you see, if I jump and dash, it gives me the actual amount of force that it'll take me, because there's no like other restrictions. It's only just the force and the character. But here will be the force of character and then the floor. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah. Okay, so if we dash regularly with a regular size character, we end at a stud after the stop, which is not too bad, right? But then if we're like half our size, I mean, that's not too bad. Oh, that's actually not bad. Let's try again. So we start at 1, right? 1 stud, so 1. Okay, so basically we landed, hold on, what's that? So with the regular size, right, we landed, okay, so it's the same place, it's the same area, It just looks like you're more because I'm smaller. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is the same area. If that's the case, that's a good thing. That's what we want. So if that's the case, then that's a good thing. Okay, so yeah, because right here we're at like we jumped a total of what is it, 22 studs, so like 22 and a half. But then if we're small, it should be the same thing. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, you're right, Vex, you're right. Let's try the bigger character now. I feel like the highest I'll go is probably like 2. So I'm just gonna duplicate this. I gotta start doing things in the more object-oriented way. I can't like just duplicate having 2 script. I can just have one thing, and then, I mean, it's not necessary for this example because like we know what we're doing, but like I gotta get in the habit of doing everything in a like object-oriented way. You know, let's do that. You know, let's do that just so like we can build a habit on it. So let's add an attribute to this block. Let's call this block resize block. We're gonna name this as. We're gonna set it to a boolean, true, right? Let's delete this. Let's add some other stuff here. Let's add percent as a number, right? So this is gonna be the smaller one. Number. Doesn't matter. It's for a good cause, man. Alright, this is gonna be for the smaller one. We're gonna go inside of servers, script service. We're gonna add a scripts, I guess, phenomena, I guess. I don't know where I can put that. You can just do classes. Okay, let's add a, yeah, let's do it here. Let's do it here. So we're gonna make a class for that. Bro, can I add the thing? Okay, module and resize blocks. Cause I need to build a habit of doing that. I can't, like, not use resize blocks. Let's do that real quick. Size block class. Oh, I keep doing that. Again, set minutes. No, is it? Not resize blocks. Next is resize block class. And then we can do info. Yo, my spelling is actually horrendous. Constructor. I don't need to do this, but like I don't need to do this, but I'm doing it just so I can build the habit. I'm just gonna make, cause I'm gonna make another block. I was gonna make another block that makes you bigger, but then that would have 2 blocks with the same script, but like different things. So instead of having that, I'm gonna like make one class for the resize block object and then have it just distribute. You'll see. I cannot explain right now, but you'll see what I'm doing. All right, so self. New resize block class. And my brain is like kind of like done. Construct itself. Yeah. I mean, no, you can just do. I could just do part. I mean, you can just do get attribute. So info is gonna send, or we can just do the actual part. So self, and then we're gonna do dot head size is part get attribute. So you can just do head size, and then self dot size was part get attribute is body size. Setting up and function. No. Oh, you know what'd be cool? I don't think I can do that though. Wait, can I? Nah. Alright, I don't think I can do that. Okay, no. I mean, no. We could just do, yeah, we could just do, then you can do this. Is that even what it is? Like, what is it? Is it mouse click or mouse clicked? Oh, mouse click. Okay, cool. Mouse click, and then we can do parameters, player, and then now we can just copy and paste. Wait, what? Yeah, right. This is right. Yeah. Okay. Caps. Alright, so now we can do this. So resizing. We can just now copy all these things here. We don't need these constants anymore, except for this one actually. I like putting them before. Resize block object. Okay, cool. And yeah, so we don't need this. We still need, no, we don't. Yeah, we do actually. I'm talking about. We do need this. We need this service. Services over constants. Okay, so services, constants, and then variables. But like this is a table though. I'm gonna just leave it like that. No, I don't think it's that deep. We can just leave this here because I don't want to. Let's close all the other scripts except for the ones we're using right now. Okay. Okay, so let's keep this like that. We're gonna copy basically almost everything in here. Okay, so this will be variables, right? Variables needed for the module. And then we don't need this anymore because this is going to be inside of the object itself. And then debounce. Oh, we're gonna have to have a debounce. That debounce. All right. Nil variable should be at the very bottom. Just to make things easier to read on click. So this is where we're getting all the stuff. So when we click the click detector, I think we already have that as commented, right? Yep, last click event. Yeah, so there's no need to get this part. So character, play.character humanoid, character 5-shot humanoid. We have player as a parameter. Okay. So yeah, sanity checks. We can get the sanity check. Oh no, and the character. We need all of these actually. Alright, so now instead of just debounce, we're gonna do self.debounce. So self.debounce. And then when we're setting it to true, instead of just debounce, we're gonna do self.debounce and then self.debounce. And then for the percentage, we're gonna do self. Was this percentage? Okay, self.size, and then for the head percentage, self.head size. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. And then we gotta have a deconstructor, even though we might not ever use it. Function resize. I'm just gonna destroy, honestly. Deconstructor. We're just gonna set everything to no. Yeah, just set everything to no. And you gotta disconnect the connection. So right. And we can, in the setup, we can do a thing that calls the deconstructor once if the block is not an ancestor workspace. So we can do here, right? Let's actually make some variables. Setting up stuff. So local removal, or just say remove connection, right? And then that means you have to add run service. Server script service is a container, so it's actually inside. We can see it in Explorer, so we can't. I don't think we can't see run service, right, in the Explorer. So that means I put those on top of the ones that we can see in the Explorer. So run service will be here. Give service run service, right? Okay. It's just a way to keep like organized and consistency. So when I come back on the script, I can like always know where things are. Alright, so for this, we're gonna do self setup. We have to go back to setup right here. It's gonna be the deconstruct, or just deconstruct checker, I guess. I don't know. Alright, run service. So remove connection equals game run service dot heartbeat. Wait, I could just use a variable. Run service heartbeat, right? And then connect function. And here we can have delta time. This variable, this parameter is just how many times like it took for the. It's basically how much time it took for that frame to render. So that's what delta time is. We're gonna have a variable here called. Let's just make that a constant local. Max interval. So we're gonna do it every 5 seconds we check. Instead of having a while loop, we're gonna use the run service. So every 5 seconds we check. Then we're gonna have elapsed time, elapsed past time, because elapsed time is a keyword. So past time equals 0. So pass time plus equals elapsed time. No, what? No, pass time plus equals delta time, right? If pass time is greater or equal to yeah, it equal to interval, then running code, oh no, running the check, and then resetting past time equals 0. All right, this is just alternative to a for loop, or not a for loop, a while loop that would wait 5 seconds, because this is more efficient. All right, so now we're gonna do running the check, right? I like to add spaces before the comment. It's easier for me to read, I guess. Yeah, so running the check. So if self dot, we're gonna actually put the part in there. So block equals part. So if self dot block equals nil, or self dot block dot parent does not, or self dot block, is it like ancestor? No, there's like a function for that, a method for that, like to check if it's an ancestor or something. I forgot what it was. Is ancestor of workspace equals false, then we just run that destroy deconstructor, and then we also disconnect the loop. So since this is going to be on the server side, we gotta disconnect that. Okay, so disconnect, and let's check to make sure that's the right function. Is ancestor of, let's close. Let's open this. Ancestor of Roblox. Let me actually show that. No, is descendant of. Oh, so it's descendant. That's what we're looking for, not ancestor of. Is descendant of returns true. What? Wait, really? Is descendant of nil returns true? That does not even make. Okay. Let's copy this though. So is descendant of, not is ancestor of. So if we close, go back to studio, we're gonna change is ancestor of workspace. So this is basically saying that if the block either doesn't exist or is not part of workspace anymore, we remove deconstruct the object and remove. Oh well, and disconnect the checker connection. Yep. All right, so get rid of unnecessary white space. This should be like that. I mean, no, it's not. I think that stays like that because it's talking about this. Well, okay, yeah. All right. Yep. And then just add. What is going on, bro? All right, add a space. I think we should be fine. We can do a little bit of debugging. So now we don't even need the script anymore. We should be able to just disable that. We gotta go and add like a little service controller thing, or a little controller thing up here. Classes, phenomena, answer. I just add it inside of services. So let's call this resize blocks manager or something. I don't know. All right, so we're checking workspace, right? Let's have two functions. So local function get currents checks. Oh no, we gotta actually get the module, right? Server script service game server script service. Let me make sure I'm actually spelling that right. Okay, cool. Local resize module equals server script service dot classes, dot services, and then that's not what I meant. No, okay, dot classes dot resize blocks. So resize block class, right? And then we're gonna do local resize handler. Require resize module. And then get current. So now we're gonna do let's have a thing local. Ooh, let's actually do this. Yeah, let's just do that. So checks to see if there are any resize blocks for block in pairs workspace. Workspace gets descendants do if block is a base part and block get attribute, and the attribute is going to be resize block. Then if, let's do one more, if block, just to make sure we don't have one that's set to false or something, or if we want to disable it or something, I don't know. If block get attribute resize block equals true, true then. So it's time to add some comments, checking for existing blocks, and then here we're gonna do we found a resize. Okay, adding it to our collection. Did I even spell that right? I hope. Collect that. No, I did not. Collection. Local collection. Then it's gonna be a table. We're gonna do table out insert. And then collection is going to be the table, the haystack, and then block is going to be the part. Now we're going to do this. So let's actually have a separate function for that. We're going to do this. So for local function create object. Yeah, I'm just gonna create object, and then not int, bro. I'm actually like straight up C++. Alright, this function is going to handle making a resize objects. Okay, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to make the blocks, right? So we're gonna do if type of x equals table, then nope. We are creating objects the objects in bulk. Else, if type of x equals if x is then we are making a singular. Okay, that's not a problem. It's not bad. Alright, so making a singular object. Else, you gotta have a. that each was crazy. Alright, if one error code equals. Let's do this. Let's do the resize manager. Alright, so we know that the resize manager is speaking to us, right? So now we can do one error code. This is not a valid parameter. And we can do one error code parameter, right? And then what on earth? Okay, what is going on? Add a space, and then we're gonna comma that, and then we're gonna put whatever that is. And we're gonna return. I mean, it's kind of done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's make the object. So for table objects, we're gonna do for we're gonna do for blank and then block in I pairs, right? So the table do looping through the. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Like this comment is literally pointless. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. So we're gonna do yeah. So we're gonna do resize or local object. Did we even return that? No. See, we would have messed up right there. Return self. And this is also obvious. I just named the last line cleanup. I don't know. This probably makes no sense, but it's just something I do. So return self. Set the table and then the index, right? And it should work. This should work. You gotta have confidence in the code. All right. So local object equals resize handler dot. What is going on upstairs, bro? All right. So resize handler dot new. Where is that at? Is that new? I'm gonna pass in the block, and then this should have it. That should be pretty much it. What is going on? Resize handler dot. Alright, so X. Alright, so that's for anything that's there. Just run that first. Get currents, and then let's also do one for when an item is added. Local function. Alright, so we're now gonna do a check. So sanity check. If X is a base. I mean, it's the same thing. So if X is a base part, yeah. So basically, this exact same thing. We're gonna replace block with X, and then we found resize block. And we're gonna create the object. So creating object. This took longer than needed, but it's for a good cause. Create object X. All right. Get currents X. No, what? No, it's just get currents, and then we're gonna do workspace dot child added connect on added, and let's just test that outside first. Let's test that outside. Okay, so resize block not a valid member of. No, that's not. Oh, that is true. We changed it. So this, what is this, line 5 of? Okay, so line 5. No, I just took that out. Okay, right there. Okay, so I think we made one. Let's just, to make sure that we know that we made one, let's add a print statement. Let's do warn error code. We made one. We didn't print anything. Try again. Okay, so I didn't print anything. So you see here, it would print something if it did make one, right? How are we scaling the character? Let me just open the script up. And so the actual scaling is composed of different parts. We're basically resizing, or of course resizing the meshes and then the actual parts, and then we go through each and every one of the motors, and then we basically just offset, or like we scale the we scale each of the CO and C1 components by the percentages. I have a whole like documentation sort of, like I commented the entire main function here. I'm gonna just paste it in a pastebin if you guys are interested. I'll have it down below in the description in a pastebin, so you guys can take a look at it and then assess it for yourselves. Let me just do that right now. Let's check item. So it starts from check item as a function, resize accessories as a function, then we have the actual resize characters as a function, and then yeah, I think it takes only 3 functions. So let me get that in thing real quick. Just open up a pastebin. Yeah, we did that. I think we went over that last stream. So I had them commented, so I'm just gonna paste them in the pastebin. You guys can look at it. I was not like sending it in the wrong format though. It should be the right format. You can just copy and paste in the studio. So we have the function check attachment, then we have the get motors, yeah, and then we have resize accessories. That's a long function. Then we have, wow, that is a really long function in it. And then we have resize character. Yeah. It's the pastebin. Can I say it without actually making a counter? Hello guest signed up. That's tags. Category, I'm not even bother. Pastebin now. Resize character. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. Because sometimes if you put the head size too small, like too low, it just like it makes it float. Alright, so the pastebin is going to be in the description. Echo on me. Let's do edit. So now we're going to put that in the description. Buy the book. Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, well, you can use that book. Alright, R6. Scaling. Okay, so I just pasted the link to the pastebin in the description so you can see. I commented on all the functions to the best of my ability. That explains how it works. Alright, let's go back. What I can say is that it's just a matter of like downscaling or upscaling the motors, the accessory sizes, and every single weld's like C-frames components. And just like replaces it. Alright. I think I might add something with hip height though, since you guys just like showed me that property. I don't think, because hip height it moves up the entire character to that height. So maybe I might need that for larger characters. I don't think so. I didn't really see a problem with that. But I might, just to make it feel better, like feel more easy to move or something. I don't know. Alright, okay, so is it gonna work now? Like what was I doing? Is it done? Okay, so it should see one and then do that. I don't know what's going on here. Let's check that real quick. So the first thing is get currents. Get currents is right here. Let's see here. Let's do like a warn error code. We got a table. Did you pass the? Did I even? Oh, I didn't even do that. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't do. Okay, so yeah, that's why it's not working. So we're gonna do creating the objects. Then we can just send it. You can do create objects and then collection. Alright, so now it should work. Okay, so we made one. Yep. Okay, so let's test it out to see if when we click it, it works. Because now it will literally just go by the actual size of whatever the attribute is. So let's see. So then if I wanted to make another one, I don't have to like copy the script or change anything inside of the script or anything. Let's try it. Okay, so we have an error. So head percentage does not exist in it. Okay. Let's see how we're actually doing that. If we go to the resize class, and then we look at setup, look at, I think it's click, right? No. Click event. Okay, here. Okay, so we have self.size and self.head size. So do we ever, we do set that, right? So the part is what we're sending. So now the other part, so get attribute head size and body size. So we have percent, that's why. So let's rename this, so body size, and then we can rename this to head size. And then resize block, of course. Let's try that again. Okay, so now we should work. Alright, cool. So now if I want to make another one, I don't remember what the purpose of that was. If you make another one, right? Let's make it red. Then we can just change the sizes. You can just like make this one like 2 and then the head size of 1.7 or something. And we don't have to do any other additional scripting. It will just do its job, right? Yep, there we go. And it can go back to small. Oh, so it okay. So it just does it based on like. Oh nah, that's actually kind of interesting. That is actually interesting. Okay, so it literally, okay, so I forgot that the script does it by percentages and not by like actual like literal numbers. So if I scale myself big first and then I scale myself down, I'm still gonna have the same head to body proportion. So like if I click this, see if I click the small first, I'm gonna be like smaller, but I'm gonna have the same head to body proportion. But if I reset, and then I make myself big first, but then I make myself small twice, I'm gonna be smaller than the normal character, but like I'm still gonna have this small head and the bigger body. That's interesting. Let's try to morph as one of these characters. Oh nah. That's kind of funny. Okay, well, I think I kind of like jerked back there. What is that about? I think that might just be because of the cape is probably collidable or something. Yeah, the cape is collidable. Yeah, cape literally collides with the, yeah, this should be non-collidable, sir. All hats should not collide with anything. That's literally like a hitbox, a hazard, bro. Should be non-collidable, non-queryable for hats, accessories. Unless it's like armor or some shit, I don't know. Okay, so the test was to see how far the giant guy goes, because we know that the regular size goes to 22, like about 22 studs, while the small size also goes 22 studs, right? Yeah, 22 studs. Now let's see how much the giant size goes. I think the best thing to do is make all hats maskless too, so we can only look at the actual characters' rigs. Let's look at the bigger. That's not the bigger size, is it? Oh, I don't want to like have any weird thing with the combined sizes. I'm gonna stream again in like about 5 hours after I end this one. So thanks for tuning in, though. Really appreciate it. Take it easy, man. Okay, so we should be around about 22. Yeah, 22 studs, please. Okay, so yeah, we are at 22 studs. It's just that we're big, so it looks like we haven't gone that far, but we have gone that far. Okay, but then the problem becomes like when we actually like dash with the with the ground. So look, if I stay here and then I dash, I'm at like the third block, no, fourth block. So wait, no, so I'm like, I was like right here, right? And let's see where the lead foot is at, like the front of the foot. Front of the foot is at 2 extra studs, so that's 4, 8, 16. No, what? 4, 8, 12, 16. So it's not all the 16 though. So 16 minus 2, that is 14 studs. Let's see if we dash. If we just dash without jumping again, let's see if the distance is still the same. I don't think it is. I don't think it's gonna be the same. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Oh no, it is. I mean, it is more or less. Cause look, yeah, cause it's also basically about 16. Not 16. Wait, it is. Yeah, 16 minus 2. It's also about 14 studs. I think it's 15 studs. It's just one stud higher. That's not a problem. I don't think that's an issue. Okay, and let's try from here. This might be where it's too much. Yeah, see, this one is like, yeah, that's the problem. See, so yeah, we go the whole way for smaller characters. That's the issue with smaller characters. I guess that just might be the flaw with this system until I find out a way to. Yeah, cause I mean it's not that deep, but at the same time, though, kinda is. Okay. So if we basically just make every single character I was not paying attention. Like I said, I think. So another way that we can do this is that we can just do it by we can do it based on the character's body thing. Okay, so when we spawn, we have a particular body size, right? And it's literally measured here, so percentage. Let's go to the velocity stack. So we have velocity stack here, and then when we change it, right? Yo, Melvin, you got work today?
Nah, I'm playing Fortnite right now. I'm at home right now.
Alright, I'm gonna hop on in a few.
Yeah, look on the screen. If you can see the screen, look on the screen.
Is that the OG music?
Nah, that's not the OG. The OG music is right here. Hold on. Should be here. That's the OG.
Yeah,
Here?
man, that's throwback. Yeah, that's it.
And this one too.
Man.
Nah, this one is the OG, boy.
Yeah, we got the original.
I miss the old Fortnite, man. Damn, boy.
For real.
When everybody used to be defaults, man. Nobody used to build like that, you feel me?